Hi, I'm Ollie, with over 7 years of experience working in top tech companies such as Amazon and Goldman Sachs. I'm here to help you level up your coding skills and land your dream job in big tech. On this channel, LeetCode LevelUp, I'll be posting daily videos to guide you through solving coding challenges and becoming a better programmer. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and stay tuned for more. Today we're looking at LeetCode question 169, majority element. Given an array nums of size n, return the majority element. The majority element is the element that appears more than n over 2 times. You may assume that the majority element always exists in the array. Example 1, nums equals 3, 2, 3, the output equals 3. Example 2, nums equals 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, the output equals 2. The approach that we're going to be using is called the Boyer-Moore voting algorithm. It has a time complexity of O of n and a space complexity of O of 1. It's the optimal solution to this problem. Now let's walk through an example. Nums equals 3, 2, 3. Step 1. Initialize candidate and count. Set candidate equal to the 0th index item in nums and count equal to 0. Step 2. Traverse the array and apply the following logic. If count is 0, set the candidate equal to the current number. If candidate equals the current number, increment, else decrement the count. Starting at 3, count is 0, so set the candidate equal to 3, and then increment the count. Then we go to the next item in the array, which is 2. So the count is not 0, so we do nothing there. And the candidate does not equal the current number, so we need to decrement the count and set that equal to 0. Go to number 3. The count is 0, so we set the candidate equal to 3. It already is 3. And the candidate is equal to the current number, so we increment count and set it equal to 1. So step 3, we return the candidate, which is 3. Thank you very much for following the video. I hope that this makes it much clearer. It's as easy as that. Why not pause the video and try to implement a solution yourself? If not, stay tuned for my solution next. Today we're going to be solving question 169, majority element in JavaScript. The question is, given an array nums of size n, return the majority element. The majority element is the element that appears more than n over 2 times. You may assume that the majority element always exists in the array. And we've been given 2 examples. So example 1, input nums equals 3, 2 and 3. We can clearly see that 3 is the majority element, and that's what we get as the output. Example 2, nums is equal to 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. And we get the output of 2, because obviously there's 4 2's and there's 3 1's, so the majority is clearly 2. So in an interview setting, when working with arrays, I will regularly ask this question, which is, are we going to be given at least one item in the array? I think when working with arrays, it's always a good question to clarify with the interviewer, because obviously if we're given nothing, then we need to handle that edge case, where we'd put in a check to make sure that length was greater than 0, and then ask the interviewer what it is that they would expect you to return in a scenario like that. The second question I'd be asking is, what is the size of the numbers in each element? So how large or how small can the numbers be? And the reason I would ask this is to determine what data type I'll be using when solving the algorithm. So if we just look down here, we can see that n is always greater than or equal to 1, which means there's always going to be an item in the array. So that answers that. And secondly, we can see that the number goes between -10 to the 9 and 10 to the 9, which can be handled by an integer. So we know that we're going to be working with integers. If you followed along from the whiteboard walkthrough, hopefully you've got a solution to this. If not, let's take a look. We're going to be using the Boyer-Moore voting algorithm. So firstly, step one, we're going to let count equal 0 and let the candidate equal noms, the first item in noms basically. Then we loop over each of the items, which we're going to use a for loop. So let I equal 0, I is less than noms dot length, I plus plus. Then we need to check if the count equals 0. If the count does equal 0, then we want to set candidate equal there we are. Candidate equal to noms I, so the current number. Cool. And then secondly, we want to check if the candidate is equal to the current number. So that is noms I. If the candidate is equal to the current number, then we want to increment the count. So count plus plus. Nice. And then else we want to decrement the count. So count minus minus. And then finally, once we've looped over all of the items in the array, we then just want to return the candidate. And let's see if that runs. Perfect. So in terms of runtime on that submission, it beat 70.10 for runtime, and it beat 73.47% for memory. The big O notation for this is runtime complexity of O of n, because you've got to iterate over every item in the array. And the space complexity is O of 1 constant, because we're just basically storing these two values, and whether the input gets bigger or not, it's not going to affect this. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please click like. If you want to see more, click subscribe. And if you have anything that you like or dislike, or anything that you would like me to produce in the future, please leave a comment below and I will get right back to you. Thank you very much.